Come on, let's inject some feel-good Friday frippery at the end of this wonderful week. We'll talk seriously a little bit too. Well, a bit. Grade A students will be a thing of the past. It's out with the letters and in with the numbers. But does a grade 9 have the same ring to it as an A? Can you spot the theme of this fancy dress day in Hucknall? Well, it's all to do with children's books. And what fancy dress things have you come up with? The Bloke That Bakes is on Notts TV for the very last time tonight. Before Mark swans off to China, he'll give you one last look at his buns. It's rude not to make puns like that, especially with him sitting right here, because joining us on the sofa is Mark Masterton, filling in at the last minute on the 6:30 show Viewers Couch. We're gonna send you off in fitting style then, therefore, tonight. It's Mark's last day. And Jackie Clark, who's director of A&G Kendry, based in Cotgrave. Wonderful to have you here, Jackie.
Thank you.
The last time you were on Notts TV was to talk about your dog.
That's right.
And the fact that you can't go anywhere without it, even to work.
No, we like to take him with us. He's part of the family, so yeah, he comes to work with us.
How big a dog is this?
Oh, Cocker Spaniel, not huge. He's very cute.
And what happens then when you go to a client's house?
Oh no, we don't take him with us to clients on site. No, he stays in the office.
You should be able to clean the carpet.
Although, you know,
and then you bring this hairy, smelly thing in with you.
He doesn't smell rude. No, we have him clipped.
Oh, good.
So,
don't like molting dogs leaving
no,
a message
quite.
in there.
You'd love Max.
Your dog does smell good. I remember when it came to the studio.
Oh, right. Thank you for that.
And Mark, you're going to China.
It's a long way away.
He's going to China for love. For love.
Aww.
Yes, he's giving up a glistening career in Nottinghamshire on your
Thrown it
television
all in.
sets
I fed
for
up
a
with
lady.
it. Left it. Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit scary. It's quite a long way, and I don't speak a word of the language, so that's going to be a roller
Does she
coaster
speak
of fun.
English?
Really?
She speaks very good English.
She speaks good English, yeah. It's all one way in their
She's
relationship
learning,
already.
Yeah.
Now, from 2017, there'll be a change in the way GCSE exams are graded, because instead of the good old-fashioning letters system, they will be marked numerically. So, for all those clever clogs that would have got an A star, they'll now get a grade 9. So what do teachers make of these changes? Paul Halcrow is the principal of the Bulwell Academy.
What you've got is tougher specifications that have come out for the subjects, and also the fact that the grades for the top grades are going to be a certain percentage means that even if students do improve, that won't be reflected in the grades, which I think is quite elitist, and it's just confusing and another thing for teachers to change in the midst of a rapidly changing education system. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. The government felt that it needed an overhaul, but I would say that many people in education working in schools wouldn't agree with that. We want high standards, and some areas did need to toughen up, but to move wholesale away from that system is not needed when we've got a system that was working and that was suitable for our students.
So it's going to take a bit of getting your head around, don't you think? No more A grades. You'll be a 9er or an 8, 7. You know, I'm perplexed. What are your feelings, Mark? It's not that long ago since you did yours.
Surely you want to be a 10 out of 10 student, don't you?
Yeah, that's right. At least have
You
a
want to
10
push it
at the
further
top.
to get a 10, yeah, 9. Like.
And the A to G, that's 8 letters, isn't it? A to G, and then there's an A star, which is a 9. Which
A G grade? I don't know that.
Yeah, there's G.
Okay.
An A star, that makes 9. But they're saying that a 9 won't correlate to an A, and a G won't correlate to an 8. A 1 rather.
So
it's all going to be
9 will be the top, and 1 will be
the bottom.
Oh, okay.
It's supposed to be straightforward and it's supposed to make it more simple. But I'm wondering, as an employer, Jackie, you've got the CVs coming in. In 2017, there'll be 9s, 8s, 7s, 6s, 5s. Are you going to be all right with that?
Well, I think if it ain't broke, why fix it? I can't understand the need for it myself. You've raised the point exactly. The point that we were making in the office this morning when we were reading about this, that the system as it is, people understand it, they know what an A star is, and it's educating the employers, and also it's something else for teachers, for children, for parents to get their heads around, isn't it?
Although the A star was new when it came in, we adapted to that. Do you not think we'll be all right, Mark?
Well, I really enjoyed my
used to it.
GCSEs, but I got a load of, a few good A's. I really smashed my GCSEs, but I don't know how that correlates now. I don't know, am I an 8, am I a 9? There's no way of finding out, is there? You know, I got an A, but does that mean, what am I, a 7, 8? What does it mean now?
You'll always be a 10 to us, Mark. Yeah.
No, it's strange. Why? I agree with Jackie. If it's not broken, then why fix it? What was wrong with A?
I don't understand it. I think there are probably other things that perhaps should be looked at, and maybe they are being looked at.
Absolutely, I agree.
But is this going to change A-levels as well? Are A-levels going to have changed? Presumably, otherwise we'll have numbers for GCSEs, letters for A-levels, and then the degree system, that will be next, who knows?
Yeah, it's confusing.
Yes.
It's tough enough for me switching to numbers at university, never mind at school. So.
What about a European-wide way of measuring pupil ability? Would that be a good way
Metric
forward?
grades, that's what we should move to.
Yeah.
Oh, worldwide, going to China,
Because then I could know how clever I am in China, which is I'm probably not very clever compared to them, but anyway.
Because we exchange stuff, don't we, across borders now,
Quite,
which is encouraged.
Yeah.
And so perhaps that will be the next thing that's going to be looked at. I don't know. Interesting, nevertheless. 2017 is when this is going to be brought in. Now, we'll stay with schools for a moment because youngsters at the Hucknall National School have a fancy dress day with a difference today. Inspired by the books of Roald Dahl, they all went in as their favourite characters. But it's not just children that love a bit of fancy dress. Us overgrown kids are partial to it as well, as I found out when I popped along to the Golden Cage fancy dress shop in Canning Circus to have a nose around. So what's popular?
Well, at this moment of time, period costumes of all different 20s, 30s, 40s. But in point of fact, what's really popular at the moment are sort of real period costumes. In point of fact, I have a costume just for you.
A slapper. I mean a flapper. Beautiful. I like this. This is me. You are the dancing queen. Hello, possums. Dame Edna? No. Oh, look at this. Ah, won't be needing that. Who are you?
Well, this is Sid Vicious,
Very popular?
one of the most popular costumes we've got.
Yeah. Do you get the urge to take these home, Robert, if you know what I mean?
All the time, Fran.
Captain Jack, on guard! Ah, girl power. Robert, nice one. Thank you very much for showing me around. I've enjoyed that.
Well, it's been a pleasure, Fran. I'm glad that you enjoyed it.
Yeah, enjoy your 40th anniversary year.
We will, thank you.
Robert Pearson at the Golden Cage. So, themed fancy dress. They were theming themselves around Oompa Loompas and Willy Wonka today at Hucknall. And I've been invited to a few. I have to say my heart sinks when I get invited to fancy dress because it requires effort. What about you, Jackie?
I don't mind a bit of fancy dress.
What's the last thing you went as?
Well, we've dressed up for work. I've dressed up as a lemon for work, and as you do,
Could you
as you
see with a
do.
lemon?
How did you achieve
Make a great lemon.
Thank you. Well, it's a lemon outfit.
Did you hire it?
I bought it actually. Yeah. To
See,
fit
that
in with
shocks me
something
because
that
every fancy dress I've
That's
either made myself
dedication.
or hired, she went out and bought it.
Well, when we were kids, my
That's impressive.
grandmother used to make a lot of outfits for us out of everything, from newspaper and tinfoil and whatnot. But, I upgraded this one.
Check you
The thing
out.
is, that's the thing today, in this day and age, people, they cheat, they hire, they buy, whereas in my day, my mum, when I was 7, we went abroad and I did an impromptu fancy dress thing, and all she could rustle up was some of the boiled sweets in wrappers that we'd bought, and she sewed them onto my dress, and I went as a sweet little girl. So you have to be creative, don't you?
Well, that's the thing,
I love
isn't
that.
it? Yeah.
Minimal effort as well. Well, it was the same for me at uni, really. That's where I really got a taste for fancy dress. Like, at university was like Halloween, just get a t-shirt, cut some holes in it, spray some ketchup on it. I'm a zombie. All of a sudden, I'm a zombie.
Well,
But,
that's it. Students
you know.
are very inventive, aren't they, when it comes to fancy dress? Of course, it's Rag Week coming up, isn't it?
That's
So there'll be
right.
lots of fancy dress, I would have thought, around
I was a
Nottingham.
Smurf. I was a Smurf as well.
You
I love
were a
that, yeah.
Smurf?
Were you?
Football social,
How did
classic
that work?
Smurf social. It's awful
Blue
because you
face?
dress up, you put the blue face paint on. I mean, that's a commitment. You've walked around town looking for blue face paint. But when you've got all that on and you Smurf hat and everything, it's cost a bit of money. And you go out and then you wake up the next morning.
And
You know, who's wise enough on
And your
to...
pillow, you're stuck to your pillow with blue
Yeah,
face paint. And
I mean-
yes.
I mean, who's committed enough to come back and have a shower after a night out? I wasn't, and then I paid for it the day later. All this blue mess in my bed.
think the parents of all those kids at Hucknall School need a round of applause today. Because
Absolutely.
think of the work that they put in.
Definitely.
400 of them.
400?
They've only just gone back to school and they're already coming home with a letter.
Up till late last night,
Palumpa, mummy. They're like, what? So they must have rallied themselves, and there were some great costumes, weren't there?
I think that was-
Definitely.
They had like World Book Day when I was at school, and I dressed up as Harry Potter. But then I saw someone with a lightsaber, and I stole it from him, wanting to be a Star Wars character. But
There you go. Well, it's time for a short break, and when we come back, you're going to get top tips on how to get an upgrade on your next flight. Back in a few moments.